Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on back to Transport Fever 2. My name is Andrew, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am having a fantastic day, and today we are getting straight on off to a time lapse. We don't normally do time lapses here on my channel. We mostly do them during like the middle of the video, if we even do them at all, for that matter. But I wanted to go ahead and sit here and do a time lapse with you guys, as there was a little bit of work that needed to be done, and I figured to go and get it done the best and most optimal way, go ahead and do it in the form of a time lapse, which is what we're doing right now. Now, a couple people might be wondering, why is it that I decided to do a time lapse instead of putting this in the actual video? Well, I've noticed that a lot of the videos that I've put out over the past couple of days, I'll say, not weeks, but a lot of the videos that I've put out have been very long. So this is the first video that I've uploaded, I'd say, in about a couple weeks. Like the last video that was actually this short of a video, or close to the range of it being this short, was last week when I released episode 5 of this series, called It's All About the Detail, in the iCards, by the way, if you guys want to watch that. But when I released that episode, that was a 24-minute long episode. And this time lapse right here, I wanted to include this time lapse right at the get-go because there was a few things that I needed to go and get done. Like, for instance, upgrading some train lines so that way we can get some higher capacity going along. We needed to also take care of a couple lines that were a little bit poorly optimized, such as in our logs and lumber line that was taken care of, our stone line that transports them over to construction material for Tokyo, and there was a couple other ones that I decided to upgrade as well. And what my main goal of this was to try and go ahead and condense it all into a short little bit of a time lapse. And don't worry, we will be having a live action portion that you'll be seeing after this time lapse, which there's about like 2 minutes left, less than that actually. And pretty much what we'll be doing after this time lapse is we're going to go ahead and expand our main line. Okay, our main line that goes from Caloocan to Izmir currently, and we're going to be expanding it all the way out to Guanzhou, because I ended up doing a little bit of poking around the towns, like to Singapore, to Quezon City, to Bangkok, and then to Guangzhou. And Guangzhou was the highest populated city on our map. So I decided to go with Guangzhou as the city we will expand over to because of that reason. And it also gives off the potential of growing that town even further. Now, I also talked towards the later half of this episode about getting cargo services going over towards the rest of the towns that we haven't provided for yet, because Caloocan and Tokyo are really the only two cities that we're providing any cargo service for, which is kind of crazy in all honesty. So we're going to try and fix that. Not this episode, because I don't really have enough time this episode to go and fix that, but we will fix that in the next episodes, episode 11, that will be coming out on Monday, if you guys want, or not Monday, Tuesday, because I record them tomorrow, which is Sunday, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, right now I'm just taking a look around the map just to make sure that we are kind of in the right perspective to actually move forward. And the time lapse is actually coming to a close right here. So let's actually go and hand it off to the real-time me and let you guys see the process of building the line out to Guangzhou. Enjoy. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of a time lapse just to go and start off the video. And I think that I think I discussed this during the time lapse because I haven't even recorded the voiceover for it yet. But we are going to go and expand Izmir over to Guangzhou. Guangzhou has a decent population of 230 residents, whereas Izmir currently has 233. So it's a little bit more. I was looking around like Bangdun or over at like Singapore. They're not really worth expanding to at the moment. And I've also checked Quezon City. They're up there, but let's not focus on them yet. Let's go and focus on getting to Guangzhou, because Guangzhou we are going to have a terminus stop at. Terminus stop, which I'm gonna go ahead let me guesstimate here. I think we can go ahead and put the Guanzhou terminus over here. Now, if I am thinking correctly, yeah, the residential is all over here. So what we want to do, we want to preferably have the terminus over here. And I think that's actually really good. So let's go ahead and bring this straight up to right there. Grab a terminus building. And we only need one platform, so that's fine. And let's go ahead and try to get this placed down a little bit. And I think right there should be fine. It does make it a little bit of an indentation, but that's fine. It happens. And I think... Ooh, okay, we're gonna need to bring you back a little bit. Vehicle conditions of road vehicle 104 is very poor. Yeah, I kind of guess so. I will be taking care of the vehicles at a later point, but for right now, they're just a little bit too much to go ahead and worry about. So let's go ahead and take care of it like that. I think what we need to do is do something like this. That way it's a little bit more of a gentler incline. I'm gonna bring you over by about 60. Get rid of you. And let's just bring you, no, not there, just right there. Okay. Is we're gonna be bringing you over into Izmir, and you're gonna be connecting up to the Izmir and Caloocan line. But first, what I think I need to do is extend this line right here straight forward. And I think I need to do the same thing right here. Too much slope. Okay. That should be fine then. 55, yeah, that's fine for now. And let's just gonna bring you along at 55 as well. Can I have you just go straight without interfering with that track? Yes, I can. And let's just gonna have you come to about right there. Snap at the end of it, please. And then we're gonna need to upgrade this station right here. It is gonna need to be upgraded to accommodate for 4 passenger terminals. The platforms, we are gonna need a platform over here. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of roofing. And there we have it. And let's go ahead and just connect you up to the main line pretty much. Right there's not the main line, but I guess it's the only connectable area. Actually, no, right there is. Okay, we'll do that. Because that keeps it intact for the most part. And let's just go and bring you along like so. And you're going to stick along that piece of track right there. Yeah, that seems pretty nice. We go and bring you straight along here. That's actually a really good straightaway. Just for them to go and build up a little bit of speed. Now, I'm not too sure if you guys noticed in that time lapse, but I mostly was doing a little bit of upgrading. That's the reason why I wanted to start off the episode with some time lapse. Because I want to try and keep these episodes a little bit shorter. Because I've noticed that a lot of the episodes recently have been around 40 to 45 minutes, which I don't really want that many episodes being that long. So I'm going to try and keep the videos closer to around 25 minutes. And hopefully we'll be at a good ground point to, at that point, that is. So signals, let me actually put that back on for signals. And let's go and get you placed over a little bit. And there we go. And then let's go and place you right there and right there. I don't think we need one right there because that's too short of a gap. I do think we need one right over here. I think that's fine for our last section. We don't even have any signals over here. Oof. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. Just go and get you guys put in here then. We aren't going to have these placed all over, but we are going to have them a decent length from each other. And let's go and get another set over here, which we do need to actually have that right there, which I think should be fine. And then this one is going to be for the bridge, which you two, I guess, can go right there. That connects mostly. And I think that works as well. Yeah, that works perfectly fine right there. In fact, we do need to have one like right there and one right there. That should be good. That should be well and good. Okay. So let's go and get this line continued off over to here. So we want to go and grab our Caloocan Izmir line, go from Izmir, add a station to Guanzhou, and then back over to Izmir. Uh-oh. I heard a little bit of a ticking. What was the ticking about? I don't know what the ticking was about. I don't know what the ticking was about. Okay. I guess that's fine. Now, we don't have a lot of coverage over here, so we're going to need to get a bus service going. And I think I'm going to do a tram service over here like I did in the other town. 20-meter long station, one platform on each side. Sounds good to me. Hope it sounds good to you guys as well. I'm going to get you started right there. And then we are going to go and get... Oh, we already have a couple passengers waiting over here. Oh, boy. Let's go and get a couple bus stops going along then. Let's go and get one right around there. And then we want to get another one, I guess, over here. And I guess put another one just down here. That way they cover a decent amount of pretty much everything. So let's go and grab a new line. This is going to go from there. And it's going to do the same thing that we do beforehand, where we just make it a loop. And there we go. That is our service set in stone right there. Let's go and get this set as a tram service. So tram, and this is going to be the Guanzhou. Yeah, Guanzhou streetcar. Okay. And then we are going to need to get a streetcar depot placed in over here, which we can easily do so. People are just flocking to the station right now. At least I think they are. Haven't even checked to see if any trains have come over here yet. Nope. Okay, well, regardless, let's go and get the tracks that we need built up. Let's go and just do something like that. And there we go. Okay. That seems good on my part. Let's go and get a couple trams. We're going to use the St. Petersburg one again. And we are going to get, let's go 4. No, let's go 6 to start off. Get you all on the Guanzhou streetcar. We already got over 10 passengers waiting there. Now, where is our next train? Our next train's right here. And I did upgrade these trains to be 4 carriage capacities instead of just 1 carriage, or 3 carriages. And now we got 49 passengers going to Guanzhou. They might not be going to Guanzhou. They might be going to other places, just gliding along the actual train. Who knows, though? And we've already made a profit since the beginning of this episode, because at the beginning of this episode, we were at 38 million. We spent a few million on upgrades. And then now we're sitting at about 41.6.7 million. So I think we're pretty good in terms of money is concerned. Now, I do have plans. I do got some other plans that I want to work on as well. Guanzhou, I think that's going to remain a terminus stop for the most part. I was thinking about bringing it over to Suzhou, but I was like, you know what? Maybe Guanzhou should actually be an end of the line stop. Let's go and actually change this to be, instead of Izmir, we want Guanzhou. Guanzhou. Okay. Also, I think we will expand Caloocan at some point to go over to Singapore, because that's what it's looking like right now. And I love how Tainan is kind of like the middle of the entire route. And we are going to need to get more trains on here because we do got a lot of passengers waiting at all of our stations. In fact, yeah, we got a lot of passengers waiting. What about over here? That's not bad. I can get another train going on there. Go ahead and grab the... We want the Caloocan Guanzhou line. The condition of multiple vehicles is very poor. Well, you'll just have to suffer for now. Let's go ahead and get 2 more trains added on, I guess. Yeah, let's do 2 more trains. 6 trains on that entire line. And that should do us pretty nicely. I think they both should be coming from the Caloocan train depot. Yes, they both will be. Okay. Vehicle condition is very poor, blah blah blah, I don't care. Okay. Come on. Head on out. And you are actually heading on in. Oh, you're actually a cargo train. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Kind of mistaken there. Oh, there's the next passenger train. Oh, no, that's another cargo. Okay. Where's the next cargo train then? There's one. Okay, there's the next. Well, that's the next cargo train. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? Am I getting confused? Oh wait, I think that I did add an extra cargo train on that food delivery line. I think so. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense why it would be that way. Okay. I would have to admit, out of the entire network, I think this section right here is gonna be the busiest amongst the entire network. I know that the signals are kind of staggered, but they kind of need to be honest. This area over here, I potentially want to redevelop, but I think that we can leave it be for now. We don't really have a necessity to do so, but eventually we will. Let's see, what else can we do? Potentially, we got that going for us. Trying to think of what else we can possibly do before the end of the episode. You know what? Actually, we could go over to Bandung right now, but I would have to get a dedicated train for that line. Huh. I would. I definitely would. We only have one heading via Izmir. That's kind of sad, to be honest. Where are you all going? Caloocan and Tokyo. Okay. 2 to Izmir. It's fine. Izmir, how many passengers do you have waiting for you? 12 heading to Guanzhou, 81 heading in the direction via Tainan. How many passengers going to where? 11 to Caloocan, 45 to Tainan, and 25 to Tokyo. So I think that... I'm not too sure if anybody has actually said anything about this or not, but the way that the trains work inside of Transport Fever and Transport Fever 2 is that they will take the passengers that are going to be going the longest distance first. That's kind of like what I've noticed by far. They will take the passengers that are going the longest distance first. So with this station, they have 12 people going to Caloocan. They're going to prioritize those people because they're going the longest distance. Then they're going to go with Tokyo. Then they're going to go to Tainan. Okay. They don't do it in order of stop number. They do it in order of distance from that station. So like from this station itself, the furthest station away from it is Caloocan. That's going to be the people that are going to be prioritized. Then Tokyo, then Tainan. So the people that are going the shortest distance, they're going to get a lesser priority. Now we have how much of a capacity on that line? If I were to sort to only visible, we have a capacity of 312 passengers. And we are less than 100 away from that capacity, which is actually pretty good. So if I were to take a look at all of our trains, 31 right there, full capacity right there. I don't think it's going to actually allow me to do that. So let me go and actually pin you. So we got 52 right there. 52 right there. 52 right there. 52 right there. 13 right there. 6 right there. Okay. So these last two right here, the ones that are actually the newest, they are the ones that have the least amount of passengers on board. All the rest of them are full capacity. That's not really surprising, but it should be expected because they are going to prioritize the ones that are going the longest distance first. And in fact, I think that these two are actually going to Izmir and Guanzhou right now. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty nice. How many are you actually going to pick up while you're at Guanzhou? I'm going to guess that you're going to pick up a good number. I hope. Now, there is the question about cargo that I will be supplying to Izmir, Guanzhou, and to Tainan. Tainan needs tools and construction materials, same as Tokyo. We got a tools factory over here, and where is the closest construction materials plant? I think it's this one down here over in Guanzhou. That, or it's the one over in Tokyo. Consumers. Yeah, Tainan is one of their consumers. Apparently it's the top consumer. You are there, so 100% transport there. Okay. So that's what we're looking like right now. Oh boy. We may want to consider adding in freight infrastructure for both Tainan and Izmir. They both have two different types of cargo on both types. So two different types of commercial and two different types of industrial cargo types that they need. Guanzhou shares one cargo type between Izmir, and that's it. And that's fuel. Okay. Now the closest fuel refinery is over here, I believe. I don't think that there's any over here. Last time I checked. No, it does not look like it. Okay. Well, we do want to also focus on Sarant and Lucknow. Lucknow actually is like the smallest town that we are servicing right now. 92 passengers, or 92 residents. If I just take a look at all these stops. Yeah, Lucknow looks to be the smallest amount of a residential area that we are servicing. So we want to try and build up Lucknow as much as possible. So we want to try and give it a bit of, let's see here. You guys need construction materials and goods. Goods we can do because we got that right over here. There is a fuel refinery over here. We can't really utilize that with Lucknow. Construction materials, that's going to be the tricky one. Where is the closest construction materials? Over in Guangzhou, I believe. That's a long distance to travel. Ooh, okay. As far as this goes... Oh, how would we do that? How would we do that? Well, we got a chemical plant over here. We would have to use the oil refinery that we got right here. But we'd also have to find an oil well, which I think that's the closest one to it. So we would need to bring the oil, crude oil from the oil well over to the oil refinery, bring it over, bring the oil over to the chemical plant, bring the plastics from the chemical plant over to the goods factory, then brings the goods from the goods factory over to Lucknow. But before we can actually ship them to Lucknow, we have to actually bring steel over to the goods factory, which we can go ahead and produce where? I realize what I said just sounded like a big jumble for most people, but that's kind of what it is in this game. We got the steel mill over here, so that's what we would be shipping from. And we do actually have a iron ore mine and a coal mine, actually not too far away from it. Quezon City and Suzhou actually has them really close by. So we could potentially do something with that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So that's lovely. We're gonna be taking time with that. We are sitting at 67 million right now. We are almost at 100 million in our bank. We're about 67% there. But we are getting there. We are getting there. So I think that's going to be a task for the next episode. And then the same with the construction materials, where pretty much we just bring the stone from the quarry over to the construction materials plant, bring them over to Lucknow, bring them over to Tainan maybe, and then possibly what else? What other cities need construction materials? Bangkok needs them, but they have a construction material plant down there that way they can utilize. So we'll dedicate the construction materials for Tainan and Lucknow, possibly just Lucknow, because I think that Tainan is actually closer to this construction materials plant. I'm not too certain. If somebody wants to try and measure that for me, then go right ahead. But I think that we will focus on this construction material plant providing to Lucknow. I think that's what we'll focus on. But we will focus on that in the next episode. If you guys have liked this episode, please do go and consider giving a like rating. If you are feeling more complicated than a thumbs up or a thumbs down, please leave it over in the comment section. And I will catch you guys for the next episode. Ciao for now.